What do you think happens with Jason Brownlee? Did the New York Jets make a massive mistake?
I mean, look, hopefully he makes it to the practice squad. I didn't, and I said it, and I said this to you. I predicted it in the
Yeah.
sense that I predicted that he was in more danger than Irv Charles, but I didn't say I agreed with it.
Yes.
But I think that they really think that this new kickoff rule, I'm just in general, since Saleh has been here, I think they really, really value special teams. I think that a lot of guys make the roster specifically because of special teams. If you watch episode 3 of One Jets Drive, it's the first 10 minutes of them talking about that, about how much they think about special teams. And that was why I thought Irv Charles was safe, because I think that they see him as the future gunner. I think that I think they see him. I think they see Charles and Oliver as their two top guys, on coverage. And that's why I think like Surratt, when you talk about Surratt, he's good on special teams. Yeboah, he's good on special teams. So many guys. It's like at this point, I think there's two guys right now on the roster that don't belong on the roster based on their ability to play the position. And that's Irv Charles and that's Oliver. Neither of them are good enough at their position. They're on this roster because of the way they play special teams. I don't think we can go beyond that, though. I think every other roster decision now, you can't sit there and take guys that can't play their position and say, well, it's because they're good on special teams. I think 2 is the max.
Yeah, I do agree with you there. So the Jets' 6 wide receivers that they have, including Irv Charles, is Mike Williams, Garrett Wilson, Xavier Gipson, Alan Lazard, Irv Charles, and Malachi Corley. Really, it's like 5 because Irv Charles gives you nothing. He's just that's the position that he's listed as, but he's not a wide receiver. He's a special teamer. The reason why and not saying I disagree with your take that the Jets were going to keep Irv Charles. The reason why I think that it's maybe not as necessary as the Jets think is because I actually liked Brandon Echols and Quantez Stiggers in that role this preseason. I think both of those guys have done well and performed well. And I thought last year when Justin Hardy was down with injury and Irv Charles did take over the gunner role, I thought the Jets' punt coverage got significantly worse last year. He did have the fumble recovery against Denver, and that stands out. But after that, like the game we were at against the Chargers, Justin Hardy was out that game, punt return for a touchdown against. And there was just other examples throughout the year where I didn't think they were as strong on special teams without Hardy. The thought now that I have is I'm almost surprised that Irv Charles is still here. And the reason being is Justin Hardy didn't make the Browns. So my thought was, why not bring back Justin Hardy and waive Irv Charles? Because I think we can agree that Hardy is a better gunner than Irv Charles is.
Yeah, I think he might be. I'm shocked that he didn't make the Browns. I guess they don't value special teams as much, I guess, because I think he's the best gunner in the NFL.
Right. That was my thought on it too. So I was like, do they think like the injury really affected him? Do they just want to go? It's not like he would cost you a whole lot of money at this point either.
I would rather have Hardy and Oliver on the team and then keep Brownlee as your number 6 or whatever, and then and Irv Charles goes without question.
Yeah. So that's what I thought was strange with how that ended up playing out, because he is available. Anyone can pick him up. We saw the Jets had a great special teams unit last year and the last couple of years with Justin Hardy here. So I'm surprised we haven't seen that happen, but Brant Boyer is very good at his job. He deserves the benefit of the doubt. He's lasted through many different regime changes over the years. And this is really nitpicky. Like I'm fully admitting that this is very, very nitpicky. I don't love carrying Irv Charles, but again, just because he doesn't really offer you anything else besides special teams. And I think there are even better options to play that role on this roster than him.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know if I agreed with it. I just think that I just sensed from what they talk about that they think very highly of him, that they really like him. it's great that we're nitpicking this, by the way, because most of the years, right, in the last 12 years, 13 years, the things we're talking about this part of the season when it comes to roster are a lot more serious and a lot more like upsetting than which guy should be the 53 guy because they're better on special teams. Like that's a nice place to be when that's your biggest concern or your biggest worry. You know, that's why I tell people to calm down over Brownlee, because although I like him too, I mean, he's not a world beater.
No.
You know, this is a guy fighting maybe to be a guy that's a WR4 that hangs around on a team on a roster. I mean, he's not gonna magically develop into a WR1 or 2.
What's up, guys? Matt O'Leary from Talkin' Jets. If you liked that video, please make sure to subscribe and follow for more New York Jets content.